The fans getting ready for Minnesota, Illinois here in the Twin Cities outside Huntington Bank Stadium on a gorgeous, sunny fall morning here in Minneapolis. Well, if you spent any time in Minnesota, you know Lindsay Whalen, an absolute legend here. The Gophers head basketball coach named the W25 in September. What is that? Well, it cements her as one of the top 25 greatest to ever play in the WNBA. From playing at Minnesota to the Lynx, she received some recognition from her team here, as it is well-deserved. With that, I want to welcome head coach of the women's basketball team here on campus, Lindsay Whalen. Lindsay, when we talk about basketball
Thank you.
in the state of Minnesota, it's true, you're one of the best to ever come out of the state. Does it ever get old hearing that?
Well, I mean, no. A lot of work. Let's be honest. A lot of work, a lot of great teammates, a lot of great teams, both here at the U and then professionally. So I had a great career, and so fortunate to go right from playing into coaching. We have a great group, and it's just honestly, it's an honor every day to represent the state of Minnesota and to coach these young women and to see these great fans out here today. This is, there's a lot of excitement on campus. It's a great time of year. And so we get going here next week, and just really, really happy about our team and happy about that the season is finally here.
A historic high school career, historic college career, historic professional career.
I wasn't that good in high school. I was okay.
Okay, fair enough.
College. I got better
We'll go
in
with college and pro. When we think back, what is the first memory that always comes to mind?
Well, in college, it was going to the Final Four. We beat Duke. You can cheer. It's been
coachable.
It's been done once, so we can cheer for it. Hopefully, we'll get back there. Professionally, probably, winning our last championship right here at Williams Arena. We won with the Minnesota Lynx. And national team winning my first gold medal. So yeah, I got a couple. So very fortunate, very fortunate. Thank you.
And you actually, because of the career you had, once you got better and then really had your historic college career.
Where'd you go to college?
So I went to college, University of Iowa. Had a few, I know.
We forgive you. We forgive you. I forgive you.
They play for the big pig trophy that resides in Iowa City.
Sorry about that.
Yes, it happens. But there was actually, there was a time here where they decided to honor your number. Not necessarily retire it, but honor your number. You decided to let one of your players, Godiva Hubbard, actually wear that for this coming season. Awesome. What went into that?
Yeah, so in getting to know her and talking, this will be our 4th year. So she, came in under the previous coaching staff, and she wore 13 her whole way through high school and AAU. And I would just, kind of in passing one day, she said, yeah, I wanted to wear 13, but they said I couldn't. And so I said, well, I think we can work on that. I know the person that, some people have to probably change that.
I know
If
her.
you really want to wear it and now she gets an extra year because of COVID after having gone through everything. So I'm just honored that she's going to wear it. In our exhibition game the other day, she hit 5 threes, so I couldn't shoot it very well, but, that's her thing. So she made all those threes. I hope it keeps going for her, and she has a great year.
Lucky number 13. Love
right.
that.
There you go.
That's right.
Speaking of the season, exhibition game, and the season starts on Tuesday for you guys. You have a very young team, 12 returning players from last year. With that being said, though, what kind of advantages do you see to that?
Yeah, a lot of continuity, a lot of familiarity with our system, with each other. So yeah, returning 12 of 13. We have a couple of grad transfers coming in, a couple freshmen. So we've had a lot of practices. We've got a couple more for our first game. We play at noon on Tuesday. Good reason to, little field trip down to campus. And then let's go, so we start against Jacksonville University at noon. The men play that night, so kind of a doubleheader of basketball on the 9th, which will be really cool. Coach Johnson gets his thing going that night at 7 o'clock, and then we kind of go from there. Great time of year. Football, we're getting towards the, if we win out, what happens? We go to the Big Ten championship game, right?
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
So a really exciting time. Hockey's going, basketball's going, volleyball's going. So just an exciting time to be on campus, and just thankful to be here.
Nice.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to the season starting on Tuesday. The fans love Lindsay Whalen, an absolute legend here in Minnesota. Thanks so much for your time. Dave, the ladies begin the season, as well as the men. You mentioned Ben Johnson. He's going to join the show in just a little bit. Something to look forward to. We're going to keep the guys on set guessing.
Back to Big Ten Tailgate coming from Minneapolis, Minnesota, here at the beautiful Gopher practice facility. When I left here 8 years ago, this facility wasn't even a thought, so we're going to take a tour and check it out. And we are here in the Minnesota Performance Center. Of course, you have to start off with the Hall of Fame, and of course, you gotta row the boat. They set the tone right off the bat. Governor's Victory Bell, trophy games are important, of course, and the last time Minnesota and Penn State played, only one team walked away with that trophy, the 26-31 win. Here, got the Quick Lane Bowl 2008. That's a massive trophy. And of course, the pride and joy that 2019 season, finishing with a number 10 ranking, big win over Auburn in the Outback Bowl that went down there and took it to them, one of the more physical games ever played. If you are from Minnesota, if you know anything about Minnesota, actually, if you know anything about college football, you know what this trophy represents. And Minnesota holds Bruce Smith near and dear and very proud. And now we are in the state-of-the-art weight room, and if you can hear the bitterness in my voice, it's because mine did not look anything like this. Everything is brand new, from the racks, countless racks. The worst thing in any weight room at 6 a.m. is having to come in here and sharing your stuff with 7 or 8 other teammates. That is not the case. And here you have the football that commemorates the game, where on the back of all of their jerseys it said "End Racism." So obviously this is something that is important to Coach Fleck and important to every player on this team, and therefore to this community. And where else would the tour end but the practice field itself, the Mark and Deborah Kravick Indoor Practice Facility, as beautiful as it gets, where everything that you drew up on the whiteboard gets put into action. We want to give a big thank you to the Gophers for giving us this tour. Back to you, Dave.
Ben Johnson, the man leading the men's basketball team this season after 3 years as an assistant coach at Xavier. He's the program's 18th head coach in program history, back at his alma mater. Johnson graduated from Minnesota in 2005, where he was a 2-time captain. A Minnesota kid back where he belongs. Coach, thanks so much for joining us. Let's talk about how much of a dream job this is. You grew up in Minnesota, you played here. When you finally got the call to be head coach at this wonderful university, what was that like?
Humbling, for sure. This is a program that I've watched from, youth level. So to be able to kind of watch it from the early stages when I was in 6th, 7th, 8th grade, to be around it, to feel it, to understand the fan base, to in high school be recruited, to play here, to be an assistant, and now to be a head coach, I just know that doesn't happen often. So extremely fortunate. Couldn't be more excited to lead this program and get it to a place where we can all be proud of.
We always hear when a new person takes over a program about establishing a culture, but we never really get an elaboration on that. So I'll ask you, what's step one in doing that?
For us, the biggest thing is just every single day try to get a little bit better. I think we can't worry about big picture. I think that stuff takes care of itself down the line if you improve every single day and you build it every single day and be consistent. I think that's the biggest thing. We want to build it to a point where we can sustain success, not just have a good couple years and then dip back down. So we want to, in order to do that, you got to have all the foundation pieces right.
And I was talking to even some folks out here earlier who remember your playing career at De La Salle. For you, because you know the area, you're from the area, what can that do in just enhancing the way you recruit talent from right here in this area to come and help the Gophers?
I think it's a big advantage. I've literally been in their shoes. It was almost 20 years ago, but I've literally been in their shoes. I understand the campus. I understand, what it's like to play in Williams Arena. I understand the fan base. I understand how special this place is. And, that's just the energy I'm going to try to portray to these guys and the vision that we have. It's different when I know it can be done because I've seen it. I've felt it. I've been a part of it. And now it's our job to build it back up.
A lot of new faces on this roster. You had an exhibition game in which you won. You begin the season on Tuesday. What did you learn about your team in that big win?
That we have a ways to go.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, but it's what everybody does at this time of year, so I'm good with that. What I did like is we did show improvement, and that's big for us. We just got to continue to work to get better and understand that we're by no means a finished product. Have a lot of older guys that are eager, have a chip on their shoulder. They've all wanted to be at this level, and now they have an opportunity to prove it, just like myself. And so we're just going to be a blue-collar, hard-working group and just try to compete every single day that we're on the floor.
Coach, I kind of have a bone to pick with you because I looked up your bio and everything, and then I saw a bunch of other names who did the same thing. Why is it that high school recruits in Minnesota who are great at football always choose basketball? Every single one of them. It never fails. So what am I missing out on here?
Football practice. I think that was for me. I love the games. I mean, there's nothing like Friday Night Lights, high school football. There's nothing like college football. There's nothing like the NFL. I have friends that played in it. I took a couple visits, and I just remember looking around and saying, you know what? I don't know if this is for me.
I'm going to stay indoors.
I'm going to stay indoors. You play what, 10, 11 games, and then the rest of the year you're just working out, lifting weights, playing 7-on-7. Right. You can't just go, like basketball, you can go find a pickup game. You know what I mean? You can go get a run in, and it's easy on your body. You feel great. It's like in football, that pounding, man, hats off to those guys that do it. But that practice got me. It got me.
Got to question the sanity of football players sometimes. And for your squad right now, there's only 2 scholarship players that returned from last year. A lot of transfer talent in. So how do you try to sort of induce some cohesion with people who haven't necessarily been around each other or you that long yet?
Yeah. 2 returners, and only one of them is going to play. The other one is out with injury. So you're really trying to construct a team with one guy that kind of understands this place. Yeah. We're fortunate enough to have Peyton Willis, who was here before, so he understands the league. But it's just a day-to-day process. I think, my staff, we did a really good job in the recruiting phases of getting like-minded people, people that are unselfish, have no ego. So that's helped with kind of the cohesion, that everybody is going in the right direction and there's no distractions early. That's huge. But it's an everyday process of explaining, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish, getting those guys on board, instilling confidence in what we're doing, instilling confidence in themselves. But hats off to our guys. I mean, they've been bought in, and they're ready to roll.
How do you think, growing up in Minnesota, having played here, you know what being a Golden Gopher is all about? How do you think that helps you relate to your players, in a sense?
A lot. I think, like I said, it's different, because I can't fake it.
Right.
And it's hopefully it's genuine, it's real, and they feel that. Because when I talk about family, it hits different because at the end of the day, that's what I am. I'm an alumni. I'm a former player, a foreign student athlete. I'm a college graduate from here. So all that stuff we talk about in recruiting on a daily basis, it does hit different because they see it and they go, you know what? He's not lying because all of this is what he's talking about,
Yeah.
Right.
And then for me, I have a lot at stake in terms of, the stuff that I have here, whether that's family, whether that's just pride from being an alumni, whether it's, a guy that, again, has seen it be successful. I don't want to fail on my watch. So now it's just finding ways every day for me to grow as a coach and get better. By no way am I perfect, obviously, but just hone my craft so that I can instill in these guys and we can move forward as a team and as a program.
None of us are perfect. You guys have practice later today?
You know what? He was killing me because today we're off.
Soft.
So I'm going
soft.
But I will say this, we get these guys year-round, so we play Tuesday. So it's like,
okay,
I'll give you off today.
Fair.
We have good prep Sunday and Monday. Should have your legs, no excuses.
Okay.
You better be ready to roll on Tuesday.
There you
Perfect.
go.
That's
Coach,
the
thanks.
agreement.
Today is an R&R day.
There
for the
we
men's
go.
basketball team here at Minnesota, but they kick off the season on Tuesday. We're really looking forward to watching them play. Ben Johnson, appreciate the time.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, today's the day you go to the football game. Thrilled for Ben. He is a super guy. Been fun.
Our very own Joshua Perry caught up with the Gophers starting quarterback earlier this week.
Ball. Told you. Almost. Told you. You got a bad arm, guys. Please be joined by the outstanding Gopher quarterback, Tanner Morgan. I want to get into kind of the culture of this program. It's one of the things that we look at on the outside, and we see your head coach obviously as a guy who's a big believer in that. But we've also seen the players like yourself take ownership of the culture. How have you seen that in action this year?
Obviously for us, it's always about responding. And we've faced a lot of adversity with injuries and all kinds of different stuff. And so it's really all about being able to respond to whatever's thrown your way, the successes, the failing, and really being able to take it and learn it and grow. And we've had a lot of guys step up, and it's been really cool to see.
And you've obviously gone through adversity as well. We talk about football adversity, but there's real adversity in life. How has being a part of a team and a group like this helped you through that adversity?
In the summer when my dad passed away, the only thing I wanted to do after was get back here, be around the guys, be around my teammates. Those are the people who are, always there for you no matter what, are really able to bring you joy in life too. Any guy that's kind of been through adversity would probably be able to say the same thing, whether it's an injury like Mo or anybody who's been through some real stuff. It's really, the bonds that you make, just being around each other, that really makes playing this game special.
You guys have really put this thing on track as of late, and you control your own destiny. The rankings that just came out for the CFP, and Minnesota's a top 25 team. What kind of excitement does that give you as you head into the last stretch of the season?
Yeah, really, a lot of that stuff is just external. And for us, we really focus on our four walls. And it's exciting, it's cool, but at the end of the day, we have to look at everything in a one-game championship season, and that's what we have to do this week. Okay, so we're gonna do what we call liners. This is a pre-practice activation that we do as quarterbacks here at the University of Minnesota. We're gonna straddle the line. We're gonna go crisscross back and forth. I'm gonna be looking, doing the drill, and he'll say ball. I'm gonna get to my platform, which is obviously we're intending to be at a platform kind of just outside of our hips. Be able to pull the strings as fast as we can and get an accurate ball out there. Ball. Hey, that was kind of nice.
It's not bad. I got stiff shoulders playing linebacker back in my days.
This is another one we'll do. It's literally the same drill. We'll just flip it and just kind of riverside it that way. Ball. It's not bad.
Yeah,
we got to get that base. You kind of spun it a little bit.
I know, I'm over here.
There you go.
So you come out pre-practice, you do this, and then obviously you said it builds into the game plan because you're an RPO team. Obviously as a threat in the run game, but when you're ready to throw the ball, you have to be able to set up and deliver it on target.
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of times if your platform's not set, to where the receiver's going or where he's going to be, you're going to give yourself less of a chance to be accurate. That's what guys like Tom Brady do so well. Sure. Their platform's always set to where the guy's going to be and gives you the best chance to be accurate and give guys a chance to do something special when they get the ball in their hands.
We're now less than 30 minutes from kickoff here in the Twin Cities between the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Illinois Fighting Illini. Minnesota trying to win their 5th straight victory. Tommy Olson, a special guest on the show right now, former offensive lineman for the Gophers. Before I ask you a specific football question, you played with Brock. What's something the fans at home don't necessarily know about him?
Good. Okay, so we had to do a talent show, right?
Okay.
I was actually thinking about it this week. And Brock, really smart.
Okay.
He put a glass of water right down in the middle.
Okay.
And then stood 3 feet to the right.
Yeah.
And then did a whole Michael Jackson, Billie Jean dance. The entire thing. But we're so distracted looking at the water that no one even watched him. So it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That's, other than him being an absolute freak in the weight room, that's what I remember about Brock.
That's a fun fact.
I forgot about that.
We definitely needed to know that. Anthony and I did not know that.
So before the end of the season, that will definitely happen on this stage.
Now to a specific question. We know you know everything about this team who's about to play Illinois.
Sure.
We heard a little bit inside the relationship between Tanner Morgan and PJ Fleck. They're very close, it seems like. How vital is that to a player's development, just being that close to your head coach?
I think it's everything, and when I've gotten a chance to talk to Tanner a little bit, and you can't really tell who you're talking to if it's Tanner or if it's PJ. They say the same things. Kids usually say one or two of the same things.
Yeah.
It is line by line. They're so in sync, and that's what you need. It's like you have 2 head coaches, and he's on the field leading the guys. I think it's the best pairing, and he said it during that interview. It's just he's such a good leader, and when he goes, the rest of the team goes, and that's what you need out there. And all the guys love him. He's the guy, and it's so good that he's just like PJ. So I love him.
Tommy, it's interesting. The better a team does, the less credit the offensive line gets in a weird way. So you being a former offensive lineman, what's the mindset mindset knowing I'm not getting any of the credit, but none of this is happening without me?
Right. Well, I wasn't used to it when I was here that way. But it was good. I mean, that's the best, right? When you're up front, you got all those big dogs that we have. They're all old. They're all good.
Right.
They've seen it all. You know, Connor Olson, what he says, his 54th straight start coming up. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's nuts.
All these guys have been playing forever. So, yeah, no news is good news type thing, right? And if they're doing their job, they won't get a lot of credit, but that's what we kind of liked. You know, you're like, hey, if I'm not on someone else's highlight film, we're good. That's all that matters. So you're doing your job and having a good time, and it says all the stats says it for themselves. You know, you put in all these third, fourth, fifth, sixth string running backs, and they just keep producing.
Still killing
it.
So
it's awesome. It's so fun to watch.
It is, man.
You're a legacy here with this program.
Thank
Even one of my old teammates is back here, went to the same high school as you. And I'm just wondering, for you getting to still be in this area, covering this squad, how special is it, and what does this program mean to you?
It's everything. It's my whole life. I grew up. So my dad played here. My brother played here. I grew up. I've never missed a home football game here.
Wow.
This is my life. This is my dream. Like, yes, being right here is a dream come true. Like, unbelievable. Like, I love the Gophers. It's my whole, like, Saturdays are different in my house. We'd wake up 6 o'clock. My whole family come down here. Huge tailgate. It's everything. It's my whole life's a credit to the U, and I love everything about it.
Dedication right there.
Yeah.
It is.
Never missed the whole game.
Tommy, because you said Minnesota football is your life, you're going to be included in our campus
Let's
quiz, Minnesota edition. Okay, guys.
Here we go.
The school that was established first.
Minnesota or Illinois?
Yeah, Minnesota or Illinois. Bonus points if you get the year.
Minnesota.
Minnesota, 1858.
Well, I'm going to go surprise upset Illini, maybe.
That was so close. 1851.
But it is Minnesota.
Yeah,
But it is Minnesota. Okay. I got one,
Okay,
man.
number 2, the stadium with a bigger capacity. Illinois or right here?
Minnesota.
Close. Minnesota.
Surprise upset Illini.
Illinois Memorial Stadium holds just over 60,000.
All right.
Okay. Number 3, the school with the most, NFL draft picks.
I hate to do this, but I think I'm going Illinois.
I think Illinois, too.
I think I'm going
I
Illinois.
think it's Minnesota, actually. I do, especially recent years.
Okay, I have to clarify. First-round draft picks. Does that change your answer at all?
No, still Illinois.
Okay.
I'd say Illinois, too.
The answer, Illinois, 23.
Okay.
I got 2 wins.
Okay, moving on. The school with the more Big Ten football titles.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Bonus points for how many?
23.
14.
18.
You're close.
Okay, which state was the birthplace of a U.S. president, Illinois or Minnesota?
Illinois.
Illinois.
Which president was it?
Lincoln?
Who?
Lincoln.
It was
No.
Lincoln. No?
No.
No idea.
All wrong. Ronald Reagan in
What?
Illinois.
Really?
I thought he was like the Hollywood cowboy dude.
There
I
you
thought he was
go.
from California.
I thought Illinois was the land of Lincoln. Who knew?
I swore Abraham Lincoln was from Illinois this whole time.
Well, the more you know. You learned a lesson out here today. Tommy, thank
got
you
them
so
all.
much.
You guys, thank you so
Thanks,
much.
It's been great. It's been great.
Today,
So cool.
Now